Good morning, student. The children, in last three videos, we discussed about scope of chemistry, book analysis, and the pattern of our question paper. Right? See, today we are going to enter in our subject. That is, I am going to start the Unit 1 Basic Concepts of Chemistry and Chemical Calculation. We all know chemistry is everywhere in the world around us. Chemistry plays a major important role in our day-to-day life. Even our body is made up of chemicals. Yes, because there will be a continuous biochemical reaction that are occurring in our body that is responsible for the proper human activities. Okay, and also chemical industries manufacture a broad range of new and useful materials which we are using in our daily life. So now in this lesson we are going to study about what is meant by a matter and their classification. Then another important concept, mole concept, equivalent mass, limiting reagent, stoichiometry and redox reaction. And under redox reaction, balancing is very important, which will be done by two methods. One will be the oxidation number method and another will be the ion electron method. And next comes the different types of redox reaction. So these and all we are going to study under this lesson. Okay. See, another important thing, in this video I have attached the periodic table which contains a list of elements. So this periodic table is very important since you are all in higher secondary. Okay. So now itself you start to practice at least 10 elements each day. Okay. So which will be easier for you to make your subject in easy manner. Okay. So you won't feel the chemistry is a tough subject. Okay. Which will enhance your studies. Right. So now we'll move on to the matter. See, matter and their classification. Okay. See, now matter is nothing but something that has mass and occupies space. That is said to be a matter. Okay. Suppose, for example, if we take our pen, pencil, notebook, then book, even the mobile that you are kept in your hand, or else computer, laptop, that also a matter, because each and everything will have a specific mass and occupies the particular space. That is said to be a matter. This matter is classified into two categories. One is based on physical classification and another will be the chemical classification. See, now this physical classification is again classified into three forms. One will be the solid, and another will be liquid, and then gases. Okay. See here, one form will be converted to another form easily. Suppose if we kept, for example, ice. If we take an ice and kept in a room temperature, or else when it reaches a particular temperature, what happens? This ice will get melted to form water. That is in liquid state. So when we raise the temperature of water, by the time what happens, it will be converted to a water vapor or else steam. Okay. So here one state to state is converted to the another state. So now solid, liquid, gas. So which will comes under physical classification. The next we'll move on to chemical classification. Here chemical classification is again further classified into two categories. One will be the pure substance and then mixture. Okay. The pure substance is nothing but it is composed of simple atoms or molecule. See, for example, this pure substance further classified into elements and compounds. So let us see what is meant by an element. See, this element is nothing but it is composed of only one type of atom. See, we all know atom is nothing but it is a tiny piece of a particle which is made up of proton, neutron and electron. Okay. So now this element is again further formed in two categories. One will be the monoatomic and another will be the polyatomic. Monoatomic means it is made up of only mono. The word mono refers to one, single, or that is one or single. So which means it is made up of only one type of atom. Here the example given is gold and then copper. Any element you can try. See here this gold and copper, then aluminium, silver, everything is made up of single atom. Next comes polyatomic. So polyatomic means it is made up of more than one atom. See here hydrogen. In this hydrogen is H2. So which means two atom of hydrogen. And here phosphorus and then sulfur. Okay, so here these elements are made up of more than one atom, so it is said to be polyatomic. The word poly refers to more than one, mono refers to one or single, and poly means more than one. And next comes compounds. See, compounds means it is made up of a molecule which contains two or more atoms of different elements. See, two or more atoms of different elements. See here, the first example is carbon dioxide. In this, carbon is one element and oxygen is another element which combine to form carbon dioxide. See here, they both are different and now they form one compound. That is said to be a compound. See here H2S. Here also hydrogen is one element and sulfur is another element. See they both combine to form one compound. It is H2S is said to be hydrogen sulfide. Here NaCl. NaCl means sodium chloride. Here also sodium is one element and chlorine is another element. C6H12O6. This is nothing but glucose. See here three different elements: carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These elements all combine together to form a single compound that is said to be glucose. And now mixture. See this mixture is nothing but it is made up of two or more different substances which are physically combined. Okay, and there won't be any chemical interaction taking place in that. That is said to be a mixture. This mixture is again further classified into two categories. One will be the homogeneous mixture and another will be the heterogeneous mixture. So homogeneous mixture means it is made up of the same phase. It is in same phase or else in similar kind or else in same kind of nature. That is said to be a homogeneous mixture. For example, tea, coffee, then green tea, milk. See here, if we take milk, I am adding sugar in that milk. See here, milk is in liquid phase. Now I am adding sugar. Sugar is in solid state. Now what happened? They both dissolve with each other and then we are getting a milk. So where the sugar goes, see that will completely mixes with each other. So now if the solid is converted to the liquid phase now. Okay. See like that the same. If we take tea, there also we are adding different kinds of ingredients. At last when we filter, we are getting one ingredient. Okay. So which means they all come in the same phase. That is said to be a homogeneous mixture. And now heterogeneous mixture means it will be in different phase. For example, if I add oil to a glass full of water, by the time what happen, oil will get floats to the bottom layer or else in the aqueous layer. Yes? Any idea? Oil will get floats in the upper layer. Okay. So by the time what happen, it will form a two different layer. So which means oil does not mixes with water. So these kind of mixture is said to be an heterogeneous mixture. The next we'll move on to atomic mass and molecular mass. The atomic mass is nothing but it is the 1/12th of the mass of a carbon 12 atom in its ground state. See now this carbon 12 is nothing but it is the isotope of a carbon. See what is meant by isotope? Isotope is nothing but element have the same atomic number but different mass number. Okay, that is said to be an isotope. See now, here why for atomic mass we are choosing carbon 12. See this carbon 12 is considered to be a standard unit which was given by the IUPAC. See already I told what is IUPAC? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. That is said to be an IUPAC. Okay. See this carbon 12 we are taking it as a standard which is given by IUPAC. So this is very important. See now this atomic mass is denoted by the symbol AMU or simply U. Okay. See now 1 AMU or 1 U is equal to 1.6605 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg, that is kilogram. Okay. So this is said to be an atomic mass. See atomic mass means it will be the 1/12 of the mass of the carbon 12 atom in its ground state. The next comes relative atomic mass. See, this relative atomic mass is given by the ratio of the average mass of the atom and then atomic mass unit. So this ratio will give the relative atomic mass and this will be represented by AR. This is said to be an atomic mass. Okay. Next we'll move on to molecular mass. So this molecular mass is nothing but it is simply the mass of the given molecule. To find out the mass of a molecule. So this will be calculated by adding the relative atomic mass of its constituent atoms. See for example we'll take hydrogen. H2 is said to be hydrogen. See this 2 refers to a constituent atom. Okay. So the molecular mass is calculated by adding the relative atomic mass of its constituent atom. Here in this example this 2 refers to a constituent atom. See we all know hydrogen, their atomic mass. For this only I attached the periodic table. See here. See if you look this periodic table, in this hydrogen will have the atomic mass of 1.008. So this is said to be the atomic mass. So now using that we are going to substitute here. Let us see. See now this 2 into the atomic mass weight 1.008. So now what happened? 2.016 AMU or simply U. And then now next example H2O. See here this H2O is said to be a molecule. So in this water molecule H2, here one element and here another element. See here what's the constituent atom here? 2 is the constituent. Here no number. So no number means it is considered to be 1. So now we'll see the molar mass of this water molecule. See here 2 hydrogen. Now 2 into the atomic mass weight of hydrogen which will give 2.016 and now here 1 mole of oxygen. So 1 into 16. The oxygen, their atomic mass will be 16. So which leads to give 16 and adding both this will get 18.016. So this will be the molar mass of water or simply molecular mass of water. You understood? So when this type of question comes, you have to write the answer or simplify in this form. So first you have to separate the element and then substituting the atomic mass along with the constituent atom and adding all those together, you will get one answer. That is said to be the molecular mass. Next we will see another example, C2H5OH. This is nothing but ethanol. Here carbon, C refers to carbon, H refers to hydrogen, and again oxygen, hydrogen. See now 2 carbon, that is C will have 2. This 2 is said to be the constituent atom, and here 5 is said to be the constituent atom of hydrogen. See here carbon, here 2 constituent atoms, so 2 into the atomic mass of carbon is 12. So on multiplying this we will get 24. Now hydrogen, here 5, here 1 hydrogen, so 5 plus 1, 6. So 6 into 1.008, so this will be the atomic mass of hydrogen that I shown in the periodic table, right? On multiplying this, we get one answer. And again, oxygen, here oxygen no number, which means it is considered to be 1 is there. So now 1 into 16.00, so which means we'll get 16. On adding all those together, we are getting 46.068 gram per mole, or simply U or AMU. Okay. See now, by this video gets over. See, in this video what we learned what is meant by the matter, and then the classification of matter. Okay. See, matter is classified into 2 categories, physical and chemical classification, and they are again further classified into solid, liquid, gas, and in chemical classification, pure substance, mixture. Okay. So under that we discussed a different example and their further classification also. Next we discussed about what is meant by an atomic mass and then molecular mass. Then last comes different examples of how to solve the molecular mass. Okay. So when you practice all those together, then it will be easier for you. Okay. So by this I end up this atomic mass, molecular mass, and then classification of matter video. Okay. Thank you all.